Hello everyone. Mid-month report for November. It's about pulling the energy from the summer, from the sun, and helping us really tune into how do we want the rest of our year to go. So thanks, that's a little bit of music by a good, amazing DJ friend of mine, Ben Bowner. That is Andrew Deep. It's Essentialist. Leave it in the comments. And I'd like to get started, everyone. This is a piece of art I created using digital media plus my own two hands. Just to give you an idea of how much I love astrology and how much it all means to me. And what I want to share with you all is what this month is all about. So without further ado, everybody, let's begin. Okay. We're going to go full screen. I'm going to give you a little rundown about what we really want to focus on here. What you're seeing is our kind of astrological overlay from the earth to the sky. However you want to think about it, this is what we know after 5,000 years of studying the skies. Above as below, what we're seeing is where we are. This map is set to 0, so that's the UK, Greenwich, England, center point. So if you're in America, East Coast, that's going to be about 6 hours backwards from where I am in Thailand. It's going to be 6 hours forward. So anything I say about now, about today, about this charting, think 6 hours back or 6 hours forward, depending on where you are on planet Earth. What I really want us to look at is this cool little VX. This is called a vertex. What is a vertex, you ask? Two intersecting points, planet Earth. When the seasons come to a close, our elliptical orbits are as far away in one direction or another, however you want to think about that. It's about a conclusion. So we are concluding the summer season into fall, concluding the fall season now into winter. We're concluding in the sign of Leo. The sign of Leo is a very strong sign. It is the sign that says, this is what I'm doing, this is what I want. And we know this with this cool blue line connecting to Aries. Aries, strong, the ram. This is what I'm doing, this is what I want. I can say with confidence this is the end of the season, the vertex of Leo, spiritually taking in a lot of information. I've brought this chart to you today. Where we're going. Now this is the cool part. When we go from the 14th, which is the day before the new moon, as it is today, down the 15th, we see this very strong blue line indicating this is our turning point. It's going to be the last new moon of the winter season. And today on the 15th, it's kind of over. It's connected to the moon. This is the new moon on the 15th. It's saying, okay, I know things are changing, they've changed, and we actually get 15 days to absorb that energy. And what happens next, and just to give you a little heads up into the way I think of astrology, is it's like the weather, it's like the ocean, it's like a flock of birds. I'm watching it, I'm experiencing it, it's experiencing me, and I'm having a connection. It doesn't control my life. I get to share my life with astrology. So I'm sharing my life with you now through this astrology. So thank you. It's been very accurate. I've been studying for 15 years, Vedic astrology, Western astrology, Thai, Asian, Southeast Asian astrology, Chinese astrology, you name it. I've spent a lot of time studying astrology. Now, why I want to focus on this conclusive fall energy is because what happens this month is really, really cool. It's really interesting. And it's all pointing to this next sign in we're actually entering into Sagittarius season. So the sun is heading in this direction here. Sagittarius is this cool half horse, half human being that has an unlimited amount of energy and resources. It's fantastic, literally fantasy magic, and it wants to do everything. So we're leaving Virgo season, where we all know October was just totally bonkers. September was totally bonkers. November has been really gentle. It's going to continue that way. And the closing of the fall season really indicates I should really consider this time as a great envelope mailed to the universe, mailed to myself in the future. Like, yeah, that was all a good idea. And that's what I want to point out for this next 15 days is what you're experiencing and what you're doing is going to really coincide with a cosmos energy. What you think, you create. And what I want to show today in this reading is you're creating the universe, and the universe is going to respond. And so we want to finish strong. That's what we're focusing on, finishing really strong. So let's continue then. This is the 17th. And as we head into later of the month, this is the 18th, we see this strong blue line again, as I showed before. And this strong blue line connecting Mars, the cosmic telephone, the sun, to Neptune. Neptune, to me, in astrology, is a planet of gaseous alchemy. And when the sun and Mars communicate with the chemist, you get a strong ability to really co-create. And that's what I want to really push in again is we're finishing the season with an open door to really create what we want, to think positively, to think, yeah, this is good. This is what I want to do. Whatever it is, the people I'm around, the things I'm doing, think positive. Because the universe is going to just push on, yeah, okay, that's what you want, that's what you get. That's what you want, that's what you get. And I can't just stress enough, it's a 15 days of awesome. And just watching things coming together. So as we continue through the month, you see these things getting strong. Now, the 19th is more of this. This one symbol you see here This is Jupiter, very strong planet, Taurus, the bull, connecting to our vertex. Again, strong signs, strong signs, strong signs. Get it done. Be there for it. Be present. Because it's here and it's present with you. This universe that we're living in. Continuing into this. Now, this is November 21st at 10:51 a.m. That's going to put us at about 5 a.m. East Coast time. That's going to put me here in Asia at about 6 p.m. GMT. And this is a really unique part of the month, and I'll spend a little bit of time here because what you're seeing in these two signs in Aries, connecting to our vertex, connecting to our sun, it's a little bit of sadness, actually. It's saying, okay, I'm done and things are moving forward, kind of whether I like it or not. And that's just, it's like the ocean. It's like the weather. I can't stress, like for me, cosmic weather. That's astrology. The weather is going to change. There's a bit of sadness right near the end of the month as we're rolling into what would be the Thanksgiving season, which can be a bit stressful. So I just want to be clear that if you have that kind of overwhelming feeling coming into the 21st to the 25th, totally normal, and, grieve with it, feel it, be like, yeah, okay, this is a little difficult. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of difficulty in life. It's unavoidable. This is another reason why I study astrology is I like to be prepared. And I like to prepare myself, if I can, for signs and symbols in the universe, the cosmos, that I can, I had a friend once, call him a superhero, who told me, be in agreement. So this is one of those times, 21st, and I'll move forward even a bit to what's going to be the 23rd, right into the Aries sign, onto the 24th. You see again this vertex into Aries. I'll highlight that. Be in agreement with a little bit of grief. It's coming, it's unavoidable, and the more you can get into it, the easier it will be to move through it. And like I showed in the beginning of this 15-day cycle, on the 15th, what you think positively, negatively, is going to continue straight up until the Thanksgiving season, right up until, right before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Day is kind of an open door. I didn't look at the chart. I didn't pull it up because it's kind of actually what we call a void in astrology. So it's you want to use the G word, you want to use the S word. I like the cosmos. It's great. Thanksgiving is open. It's free. It's cool. Seems to be in agreement with everything in the astro weather. So 24, from 21 to 24, here's 21, a little bit of grief, unavoidable. And then right after Thanksgiving, we get this very strong Pisces Saturn sign. Pisces Saturn sign. Here's our Sag. Here's a nice straight line. Pisces Saturn sign. Basically saying good job. It's saying good job. And whether you feel good about it or bad about it, the universe is saying good job. And that's why I like to say, like, put in the work to create the world you want, because that's what you're going to get. And so that's right after Thanksgiving. Following Thanksgiving, up until the 27th, now this is where things shift. That Thanksgiving season, mid November, good job, you did it, let's get on with the next thing, is super cool. And when we get into the 27th, now we're on the full moon, and we get our vertex again conjuncting with the full moon. This is what a full moon looks like in astrology, everyone. Full moon in Libra, so it's a balance, or a Gemini, so it's a mirror. Connecting to our alchemist, saying, get ready, the next thing is coming. So let me get rid of all those lines so you can see again. Vertex, full moon, Sagittarius. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because it's happening. And the seasons change. And here we are in November, prepared. I want to just hope that when you see astrology in this sense, that it just helps you feel like, hey, that was a good, report. That was a good meteorology outlook. And I followed what JoJo said, and it went well. Cool. And now here I am at the end of the month, and I can feel that, wow, here we go. Let's get ready for winter, because it's gonna push on. And astrology is great. The ocean is amazing. If you ever lived near an ocean like I have, every day, every other day, that beach looks completely different. The pitch, the length, the feel, the sand. And I learned so much living near the sea, and it helped me understand even more about my practice with astrology. So 27, the alchemist is on. We better be in. We better be aware, because it's gonna be cool. And bam, 28. Here's our alchemist. Yeah, 28. Here's our vertex. Again, I can't say it enough. I love this. Leo says, I'm gonna do it. Sagittarius says, I'm gonna help you, and let's have an amazing winter season. So, as I said in the beginning, this is the gathering of energy to really conclude our winter season, autumn, our summer, even more so our summer, into a completely different state, which is the winter, and which is the cold, which is the fire inside of us coming and heating up the chimney from inside the house. So we're there, we're going there, and it's gonna be cool. Because right here, just, man, astrology is so awesome. We get this very beautiful, this is called a quincunx. It's like basically an hourglass, if I may. It's doing this and this at the same time, so it's an hourglass. And that is basically like, think about it like an elliptical. It's coming together, and we're seeing both sides of the coin. So we've done the work. We've allowed ourselves to let go of something. We've been told, hey, good job. Whether you did a good job or bad job, I love you. And now, at the end of the month, we get to really it's a sigh, it's a letting go. And I can confidently, as an astrologer, say that because our vertex and this little X symbol here, this is called a midheaven. This is the drawing closing exactly. Yes, this is how you feel. You are 100% correct. And everyone has a gut feeling. The midheaven is basically the larger, yes, you are right. And whether somebody agrees with you or not doesn't matter. You are your life, you are your decision maker, and all I'm trying to point out is do it. Do it, do it, do it. But then it's like, oh, well, Jojo, what is this thing here? Meet me on the dark side of the moon. And this is called Lilith. And it literally is the symbol for the dark side of the moon. It plays a bit on our, that little thing in the back of our mind we don't really want to talk about. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's you. That's your life. That's what you want to think. That's the part of your pleasure, let's say, that you get to keep for yourself. And you got your Lilith, your Vortex, and your gut all lining up in Leo saying, yeah, man, this is me. This is what I'm doing. I feel good about it no matter what. And this doesn't happen often. I have to say, it doesn't happen often. I look at charts, sometimes 50 charts at a time. And like I said here in this quincunx, it connects us to Jupiter in Taurus, and it connects us. Let me pop that one so you can see here. Yeah, our Jupiter in Taurus, right to our lover, the Venus, Mercury. Yeah, Mercury, sorry. And it's a lover's paradise. It's a I love me. And I'm just so happy that I get to share this with more than just myself and my close friends. That this month goes from a state of big picture to me picture to us picture back to me. And it's a strong finish. It's a great finish. It's an awesome sense of, yeah, let's get into this next season. And I am so glad that I made it through that roller coaster. That was our summer, man. I can't say I know exactly what it all was, but my spiritual sense is we're having tons of conflict. And I'll make an analogy. An ant, right? Ants. If you walk up to a group of ants walking, they're never just one, it's many, and you stomp your feet, all of those ants are going to react. There's conflict happening. And that grief, that fear, that everything was so powerful this summer. I had a really hard time. I don't know about anybody else. I had a difficult summer. And I'm so glad that it's kind of over, not for the world, but it's kind of over for me. And I think we get a chance now in November to say, hey, I want to focus on me for a second. And so that's what you're seeing here is I get to focus on me. And that doesn't mean we're ignoring the universe. We're not ignoring the news. We're not ignoring everything. We just get a little bit of a break in the astro atmosphere to pat ourselves to say, man, I'm going to finish this month on a good note. I'm going to create the universe I want by thinking clearly, by being present, and having a really great Thanksgiving season, whether that's the country or things that you believe. Culturally, this is the end of autumn, and there's tons of different celebrations going on in Southeast Asia. We have what's called Loy Krathong, and we're going to be releasing boats into the water, and maybe we can share some pictures with you. And I just like to thank Scott for allowing me some space to share astrology and let you know that I am available to zone deeper into this broad spectrum to help anyone who may feel like they want some support. And that's what I like to do with astrology, is kind of point out things for others that they can kind of get around. You don't have to get knocked over and bowled over by everything. You can take a break. You can get a break. And I'm here to. I've been studying astrology a long time. And so much so, my dear friend has allowed me some space on his Yube to show you all. So, again, beautiful finish to an awesome month. And I'm so happy. I hope you watch this once or twice. I have been preparing this for about 5 days. I countless hours in my mind. So super happy, and I can't wait for you all to have a really great end of the month. So, my name's Jojo. Bye, everybody. That's all happening.